Hey guys, how's it going? Asha Collections here, and today is the day finally we're releasing the STL files for the Batman Flashpoint action figure. So this is a fully 3D printed action figure. I created this from scratch, basically using my computer, sculpting all the body parts, creating all the joints, and you can now download this and print this in your own home if you have a 3D printer. So please jump on to Cults 3D. I'll leave links in the description below, so you can jump into my Cults 3D page and download the files and print it for yourself. So in this video we'll quickly put together the Batman action figure. So I'll show you a video of how I put things together. I am using the Resin M58 resin to print the bodies, and I'm mixing 15% Ceratec Tenacious to the M58 to give it like a little bit more flex. And with this mixture I found the best results. There's less chances of breaking something, and then it's springy, more flexible, so you can join things together. There's no joint rub, there's no rub, basically because other resins, they tend to grind on when it's resin touching on resin, but this resin doesn't do that. But yeah, let's go through how we actually put the action figure together. So to kick things off, we'll take the two biggest torso parts, the chest and the abdomen, and we'll connect them together. Because I'm using the Ceratec and the M58 resin combination, this resin can be heated up to be more flexible, and that's how I basically connect the two parts together. So I heat up the abdomen socket and just shove the chest into the abdomen. So next we'll basically take the butterfly joints, or the two shoulder butterflies, and put it into the cavities that the chest allows. So next we can take the shoulder joint and basically heat up the shoulder piece, and then the shoulder joint can be shoved into the shoulder, and as you can see it moves pretty much fine. I'm just pressing the sides to make sure that it warps around the joint so that it stays there better, and everything just moves as it's supposed to. And next we take the shoulder piece and the bicep piece, heat up the bicep piece, and basically put the shoulder into the bicep. And next we'll pop the elbow in. Basically we want the longer elongated part of the elbow facing up, and we basically just shove it into the bicep and also the forearm, but all we need to do is heat up the bicep and shove the elbow piece in. Once the elbow is joined to the bicep, we basically just do the same thing with the forearm. Take the forearm, heat it up, and put the elbow joint into the forearm. So here we see everything's moving as it's supposed to, and once the forearm's in, we basically want to take the wrist pegs. There are wrist peg A and B. So the one with the notch should be facing into the forearm, and the other one is facing towards the hands, so it's easier to swap the hands out. Basically the forearm locks in and it stays securely in place, and the hands can be swapped much more easier. So you'll have an option of a few hands. You'll have the battering hand, the grappling hook hand, the grabbing hand, the trigger hand, the relax hand, and a fist. And once you slide the hand on, you're basically done with the whole arm. So now all you have to do is repeat the same steps with the other arm, and both the arms are done. Once the arms are done, we move on to the legs. We take the thigh and the knee piece, we heat up the thigh, and we basically shove the knee into the thigh. We check the articulation, everything should be working perfectly. And next we take the calf, heat it up, put it onto the knee, and just do a quick articulation test. And after that, the dumbbell joint should peg on quite easily to the calf and also the boot. And once you've done the same thing with the other leg, we can now move on to the trunks and the crotch piece. So basically we take the crotch joint and push it into the trunks. Now we can heat and snap on both legs, and the lower half of Batman is done. Next we will snap on the neck with the Adam's apple pointing down, and the reason we're doing neck next is so that we can have a guide for our cape. So next we can just plug in both the arms, and as you can see there's a lot of range of motion. So once both the arms are in, we can now join the top half to the bottom half. So basically the crotch joint plugs into the abdomen from below, and that should complete the Batman figure, or at least the body of the Batman figure. All we have now is the head. Now once everything has been fitted in, we can basically just inspect the figure. I think it looks pretty cool. We can then move on to the dumbbell joint for the neck, and basically heat up the neck and plug in the dumbbell joint. So once we're done with the neck, we can now start putting on the cape. I've made 3 distinct holes in the cape. One is for the neck and the other 2 is for the pegs for the printed cape piece. So once your fabric cape is aligned, you can heat up your printed cape piece and basically press it into the cavities. And now you can plug on the head and your action figure is basically complete. And if you choose to get the additional accessories pack, you will get this awesome sword that Batman used in the story to kill Reverse Flash. You'll also get additional hands. One of them will be the grabbing hand to grab onto the sword, and this will be for the left and the right hand both. You'll get the grappling gun hands, which is the grappling gun sculpted into the hands. You'll get some batarangs inspired by the Mafex Hush batarangs. You'll also get guns for Flashpoint Batman, and a few more additional hands that you can swap in and out onto the Batman. So that's the video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. You can put together this Batman on your own now. So if you want to buy the 3D models and print it yourself, please go to the description, jump onto my Cults 3D account, and you'll be able to find the base Batman model as well as the accessories there. You should be able to purchase him and then print him. I've recommended the settings on Cults as well, and with the download file you get a Word document that basically tells you exactly what I've used to build this Batman out. Although I've spelled it out in my previous videos, just having it written helps a little bit as well. And I hope you enjoy this figure. I hope that if you do choose to purchase him, you're satisfied. And because it's so heavily influenced by Mafex, I've put like the Mafex Hush Batman as comparisons as well. But hopefully you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. It's been quite a journey. I'm looking forward to my next project. Already started working on Bean. I would say he's 10% done. I've done the blocking out of all the big muscles, so now I need to start sculpting, adding on all the nice details, and Bean should be done hopefully in a month or 2. So looking forward to that day, guys. See you next time.